Hello everyone, it is me, Mary, and I am here today with an amazing video for you. Yes, it is going to be great, great, great. Very excited about this video. This is one of the videos that I'm like super stoked about. It may not apply to all, however, I think that it can apply to us all, even if it's just a little bitty bit. Okay, so as with the last videos, what I have been telling everyone is that if you ever have a question of what videos I'm going to do for the week, you can always check my Monday announcement, and in that video I will let you know what videos I have on my schedule. If I do any additional videos, those are just add-ons. They're not planned for the week, however, they are add-on videos. So, everything in that Monday announcement is planned to be done. Okay, so this is going to be a first video. I am so excited about this because this video was not generated from me. This was not something that I just thought of and thought to bring to you. I've actually had subscribers that have asked for this video, and just the mere request is like, yes, I'm so excited. And I know many of you have been donating for years. However, I hope that there have been some that may not have donated, but now they're able to donate, and that would just like touch my heart in all sorts of ways. So I'm very, very happy about this. Okay, guys, and I just wanted to say, we are not all in a place to donate, okay? Sometimes we are in a place where we need donations, like really bad, and I've been there, okay? The thing is to understand, though, once we get into a place to where we can give back, just remember, if you've had trials or tribulations, if you know people have had this, it can happen to us. And, it's just always great to be able to be there for others. Big or small, whatever you can do adds up, I promise. Okay, so let's get started. This video is on where to donate and the types of products that we can be on the lookout for to donate, okay? There are many other locations that we should be donating to or looking to or deserve donations, but I can't mention every location. In addition to that, you may have a location or a place that is just in your state, so it's hard for me to know every single state in the USA to bring out, who to donate to. So these are some select organizations that I have donated to that I find, I don't know, I just think they're great places, and I hope that you can maybe find some of these places or at least get an idea of the types of establishments that are available for you to donate. So when you're thinking about donating, what are you going to do? There is either a tangible item, so say that we have something that we physically can hold this item. Puffs, say that I can physically hold that and I want to give that to someone. Or say that it's an item that I can't hold, like money. Okay, those are two very different factors. I guess you can hold money, but you get the gist. You're giving them a investment or a donation of capital, and they're able to utilize that as their need arises, okay? And then also we have these types of products that we're able to give that, they're at face value. It's what they are. This is Puffs. We're giving Puffs, okay? In addition, there's a lot of places you donate cars for a disabled veteran. I mean, there's just so much that you can donate. But I'm really going to place a heightened emphasis on things that you can donate via couponing or savvy shopping, okay? And I challenge you all one thing. My challenge is that you invest $5 a month to donations. If you've never donated before, I challenge you to $5 a month, because I promise you that with getting items for free, if you're just paying taxes, $5 a month goes a long way. If you watch my recent Dollar Tree video, I got hundreds of products, okay? Over $1,000 worth of products. I paid $11, okay? So that was it, tax. If you can think about that massive quantity of items that I was able to donate from the Dollar Tree, think about what you can do with $5. That's a great start to donations, all right? Now, even if you don't have the time to coupon, $5 goes such a long way. Even if you're able to maybe call the ASPCA or, I've donated for a long time to the 700 Club, or different areas that you can donate. Somebody needs help. The Red Cross. Anyways, let's get in the mindset of just $5 a month, okay? Even if it's just a bottle of laundry detergent to your local homeless shelter, it's massive, okay? So let's get started. Local food banks. Food banks are great places to donate to, and there are certain items that we probably should place an emphasis on when you're donating to a food bank, okay? Non-perishable items are always great items to donate. Items with a very long shelf life, okay? So you have your canned vegetables, your fruit, your tuna, other types of canned meat products. I wouldn't give them fresh meat or vegetables unless it is a shelter or a place to where you go and they're serving food during the day, okay? That type of place, absolutely. However, I would really just be doing non-perishables and items with very, very long shelf life, okay? In addition to that, it is always great to ask if they need other types of products. So you can think of first aid kits, Neosporin, any type of medication, diabetic testing kits, which we can get at Rite Aid for free. I promise you we can, because when we get the coupons for those, they're very high value. You find them 75% off, and I tell you we can get those, okay? It's always best to ask for a list too, so maybe they need some office supplies or maybe they need something else. So it's always best to ask for a list. So there are many, many local food banks. Just check around, look in your yellow pages. Do people even use yellow pages anymore? Wow. Google, I still have a yellow page. Wow. Okay, old school. Yeah, so that's a great place to start. In addition to that, we can talk about schools, okay? Schools are a great place to donate. And I mean, you can donate so many different items to a school. From, I know sometimes at Kmart, at the end of the season, they have jackets going on sale. Then you have a coupon, like a $5 off an outerwear. Then you find a jacket for like $6. I mean, pick that up, because there's somebody who needs that. And a lot of times, even the kid in your classroom, your child's classroom, is struggling and we don't know it. I live in Maine, and there is massive snow here, like crazy snow, and I can't tell you how many times I've seen kids out without snow pants, or kids out just, they have to go outside and play here. They have to, unless it's below like 15 degrees. Marie, what is it? She's not near me. Unless it's like below 15 or like 10 degrees, they have to go outside and play. There's always somebody in need, guys. Now, in addition to jackets or things of that nature, we also have much needed school supplies. Something to really reduce sickness in our school is this right here. In addition to that, we have hand sanitizer that they need. We also have, paper towels that are needed, and then obviously the school supplies as well. The nurse's office may need band-aids. There's so much, and if you work at a large company, it never ever hurts to go to your boss or go to somebody and say, look, I am now going to be assisting in this school. Can you donate 2 or 3 papers per week, or can you do something so we can help this school? And a lot of times your actual employers would love to help out. Not all the time. You do have some people who won't, but you can always ask, guys. Okay, another thing apart from the schools is going to be the churches, okay, or the church. Synagogue, all sorts of different religious places of worship. Now, some religions practice Christmas, some religions practice Hanukkah, or some people are like me and we do both because we just get down like that. So there are a lot of people who really go all out for holidays, and there are children who just can't, their families can't. And anyways, I'm not going to go into it, but there's a lot of times when there's children who really are sitting here stuck and they don't have the holiday that the other kids do, and it's very, very upsetting, guys. In addition, not only that, with toys that we can get on clearance, because we see those all year, Cartwheel plus a clearance at Target, we can get amazing toys for children, even if it's something small. You have no idea. There are kids who don't even get like a Hot Wheel on their birthday or Christmas. Can you imagine? And I mean, I can tell you that I can imagine that, okay, guys? Um, anyway, so in addition to toys for the holidays for the kids, we also have the churches may have a need for personal hygiene items, boxed foods, non perishables. So you really need to check with your church. In addition to that, some of them actually serve for homeless families, so they will have people get together and get jackets or any type of clothing that we can get, blankets, anything that we have. So I'm not saying do not donate to the Goodwill. I get the Goodwill. However, the Goodwill does provide jobs for people. I get that. But they are selling items to people. We need jobs. That is absolute. But we also need to have the ability to give things to people who can't afford a $10 jacket, okay? So the churches are a great place to go. They have everything that they could be in need for, especially when they're giving it to people. For smaller churches and organizations, you may want to help out with some office supplies or different things of that nature, but for larger churches, they probably are able to do that, but they may be limited at the amount of donations that they can give to others, okay? Now, something else that is really, really big, and this is going to be a massive category, and I cannot go over every single one, of course, but we have nonprofit organizations, okay? So something, I'll just bring out 3 that we had in Georgia that I really enjoyed working with. You have Hosea Feed the Hungry. You have Disabled Veterans, Disabled American Veterans. So it's DAVC. I think it is it's DAV. Can't remember. I know that they'll come to your house and they will pick it up. It is DAV, excuse me. So they will actually come to your house if you schedule a pickup, or at least they did when I was there. That was a great way to help out. You know, I couldn't imagine being a veteran and going over and becoming injured or having a psychological injury, because that's what it is, guys, you know, from being, you know, overseas, or even if you're here, you get hurt, and then coming home and having such a minute or fixed income, you know, it's just ridiculous. You may not believe in the military, but these are people who, you know, have chosen to, you know, take such a vast and just crazy sacrifice for us, guys. So if you can donate to disabled veterans, I'm just like, what? That's a great place to donate, okay? Because the next time you see a homeless younger man on the side of the street, or even a homeless older man, he may have served your country, okay? The same thing with women. So it's just, I don't know, it's upsetting. But anyways, that's a great place to donate disabled American vets. So, and then we have the Hope House, domestic violence. The Hope House is a great place to donate in Atlanta, okay? I know not everybody's in Atlanta, but I want you to understand that these types of organizations you can find in other states as well, so be on the lookout. The Hope House in Atlanta, like, when you start seeing, and I'll go over the types of items, but if you've ever been a victim of domestic violence, it not only messes with you physically, but absolutely emotional effect that you have when you've been a victim of this. So, you know, being able to provide a little bit of extra support, even if you're not there to be with that individual, you're still there when you donate, okay, guys? And the same goes for any place at all. So when we look at Hosea Feed the Hungry, obviously we're looking for a lot of non-perishable food items. And, you know, different types of food, because that is a great organization and they definitely can get out those items to those in need. Now, disabled American veterans, what we can do with that item, they need pretty much everything, okay? So if you have some furniture that you're like, you know, this is really nice furniture, but I'm kind of done with it, I don't really, you know, have a need because now I want to go to Rooms to Go and buy a $3,000 set, so this $2,000 set ain't working, or whatever it is, even if it's not, you know, anything big to do, just, you know, somebody would need that, you know what I mean? So that is a great type of thing to donate. If you have clothing that you're not using, even for kids, guys, because disabled veterans, I mean, do you think they're not like us? You know, a lot of them do have kids and families that they're struggling to support. So any type of item that you can donate, they even have like for the cars and different things like that, which I know that sounds like, oh, I'm gonna sell my car, but think about it, guys. Really? I mean, there's just all sorts of ways to help. Okay, the Hope House. Now, this is where we get into, why does this do this all the time? Okay, the Hope House, this is where we get into a lot of your feminine products, okay, guys? So whenever I say, gentlemen, please go buy those nails at the Dollar Tree, or please check out some makeup on clearance, this right here, there are men who suffer from domestic violence. Believe you me, I was a police officer, and I have arrested plenty of women for thinking they could get on top of a man, because that is not right, okay? Either way, and I don't mean on top like that, so y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so yes, it can go both ways. I have seen a higher percentage, or at least a higher percentage reported, of domestic violence with women, okay? So when we have this, there are women who are trying to gain independence, and they may not have had that. So the idea of going into the workplace, the idea of getting back into society, you know, some of these women have been sheltered, almost kidnapped, basically. So these types of things may be hard for them emotionally. So when we can do things to increase their spirit, makeup donations, nail donations, feminine hygiene products, you know, shampoos, conditioners, anything that we can do to help these ladies and gentlemen, you know, I think that it is a great place to start. Okay, guys, so I understand that I mentioned very different places in nonprofit. The best bet is to either go on the website and look for their items of need. A lot of places, like the Disabled American Vet website, what it has is it has a good spot for monetary donations. However, all you have to do is call and say, what are you in a need for? You know, what can I do? And even though you may not be able to meet all the current needs that they have, you can do something, okay? So that is a great one. Now with the Hope House, definitely call, ask for a list, but they need everything. Okay, from clothing to everything. And remember, they have a lot of children who are unfortunately affected by domestic violence as well. So around the holidays, you know, anyways. Okay, so the Red Cross is another nonprofit organization. Of course, you know, we all know what the Red Cross is, okay? They get donations from all sorts of different areas. They have a very vast need for different types of products, okay? So the Red Cross is great. Think about right now what's going on in Louisiana. We have some massive flooding and some massive problems. And can you imagine the effect that it's having on people and their lives and losing all that they have? So I honestly think that when you have situations with the Red Cross, and if you're in that area or if you're able to get things to that area, this is a great opportunity to really make an impact on someone's life, okay? Now, I would say when you're donating, I try to keep it local, unfortunately, just because of the cost of shipping. If you're blessed to where you can actually pay for shipping and you can afford to do so, I think that is great. However, there are a lot of local charities who are really, really in need as well, guys. And this is a way that we can, you know, spend what we can to donate to those in need and not have to exhaust the funds that we are probably in need to keep in our account as well. The next thing I would like to mention is your animal shelters. As you probably have noticed on my channel, I am always bringing food deals, and we've had a lot of dog food deals. I don't have a dog, however, there are a lot of animals that are just hungry, okay? There are so many animals that are just abandoned. In addition to that, I mean, there's just... You know, the bad thing about animals is that we can say, you know, I need to go get a job so I can go work. Or I need to try to get on disability. Or I need to go get government assistance. Or I need this, I need that. We can logically think of what we need to do and potentially take appropriate actions. Sometimes there are mental issues which do not allow us or give us the full capability to do so. But that's when we as a community really need to step up and help people. But the thing about animals is they cannot do that, okay? So I think that it is really a responsibility, you know, to try our best to help animals because they just can't do it, guys, okay? So at your animal shelters, there are a lot of different types of needs. Of course, I've been placing a emphasis on dog food because right now it's a moneymaker. So, I mean, you're getting paid to donate. So that's, always an amazing opportunity there. So that money that you're going to be getting paid, instead of spending that money in the store because you're now saving, you can put that money in your gas tank and you can drive to the animal shelter. I mean, great. But in addition to food, we also need a lot of different types of products in the animal shelter. They do need a lot of products to clean, to sterilize, to minimize the transfer of bacteria, etc. Okay, so that is something we need to think of. Obviously, we need food, but paper towels, Windex, Lysol, things of that nature are highly needed. In addition to that, office supplies, different products of that nature are great as well. Your homeless shelters. This is one of the biggest areas that I am involved with here because I don't have as many opportunities that we have in Atlanta. In Atlanta, you have so many ways that you can just take part. I am in a sorority, so back home we got together and did a lot of philanthropy, but here it's really, I don't have as much. So my mentoring and everything that I used to do and love to do working with youth is a lot, it's diminished a lot. So here, what am I doing? I'm coaching, I'm mentoring, I'm doing some things, but it's on a lot smaller of a scale than it was back home. But anyway, so your homeless shelters, there's always, I mean, they have to get anything that you can give, okay? Basketballs, footballs, can you get those on clearance? Marked down at Target, absolutely. At Kmart, board games for the kids, can you imagine being a child and then not having a home? It's hard enough for adults, but think about it as a kid, guys. I mean, so anything we can do on that area is always a great way to help. In addition to that, food is a must. Clothing is a must. Okay, guys? So those are great ways to donate as well. Now, I want to really state something serious. Toys for Tots, too. Please. End of the year. Toys for Tots. Great. Now, this is something I really want to be serious about. It is imperative that we take care of our own home. Okay. I say that my home, because of some issues that I've had and I faced, that it was very, very important for me to keep a 3-year stock. Now, you may not be able to keep that high of a stock. Maybe you don't have the space, which I don't take a lot of space on my stock, but it's definitely on my walls here. So, but if you're not wanting to keep a 3-year stock, say that you're comfortable with a 3-month stock, because as we know, the sales will start to recirculate during that time. So if you're wanting to just keep 3 months, then everything in excess, you can actually donate. Now, you may just need to donate to a family, a friend, a neighbor. People of that nature are also in need a lot of the time. So that's a great way to touch their lives as well. But if you're comfortable with just having 3 months, just please, instead of saying, oh, I don't need more toothpaste, oh, I don't need more mouthwash, just get it and give it to someone. You know what I mean? Because there is always someone who needs it. And I know that this happens with a lot of couponers. You don't want more of something, but you know what? Somebody needs it. So absolutely. Something else that I would like to say, and this is not a physical item that you're donating, this would be more so of time. Think about certain things that you like to do, okay? There are many, many things that you just enjoy, and maybe you can't do them because you don't have someone to enjoy it with. Say that you love to play chess, or you love to play checkers, or you like to play cards. Did you know that at many of the retirement homes, they need people to come in and just spend some time with people? I mean, there are a lot of elderly people who don't really have many people who care about them anymore, and I don't know. I mean, would you want to be there? I wouldn't. So just being there, and I've done this before, you go in, you play chess. It's awesome. I mean, it's really great to be able to go do that. And you don't have to make a big commitment. You go in, you meet with the people, You let them know who you are. At times they may do a background check. They may not. It really depends on the facility. I know that I had to do the tuberculosis skin test, and they did a background check for me. However, that was a small price to pay to be able to be there for people, okay? So that type of situation, you can do youth mentoring. You're going to have to do background checks for that. Youth coaching, there are great ways to do that as well, background checks needed. But there are so many ways that you can do something you enjoy. I love baseball. I am a baseball player, not a softball player. So in saying that, I can coach baseball. And let me tell you something, I am a good baseball player. At my age and with the injuries that I've had, I can't go out and be on a men's baseball team right now where I was before. So in saying that, what can I do? I can be with children and I can teach them a very positive, and it's kind of stern because I want people to take things seriously, but a very positive message, okay? So you can do that as well. There's so much, guys. Going up, spending some time with the animals in the shelter. There are a lot of rescue facilities that have horses, going and brushing them, being there for them. Maybe you don't have a horse, and the horses, in a therapeutic environment, they need their stalls clean, they need to be with them, and in return, you can ride the horses and be there and be around them. So there's so much that you can do. There's such a great benefit to donating. Even the hospitals at times, they need people to just go sit with the patients who are going through hard times. There's so much, guys. Find something. Even if you're just volunteering your time, donate it. Use that $5 to get you somewhere in gas and go help somebody, even if it's just once a month. You know what I mean? Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I could go on and on and on. My throat's hurting, and we're at 26 minutes, and I don't want everybody to, Anyways, it is what it is. That's all I can do right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Questions, comments, concerns, please leave them below. If you know of a local place that needs help, please feel free to say that, because there may be people in your area who are reading those comments and they may be able to help out. Shipping's really hard to do, guys, but we never know who is in our backyard, okay? So y'all have a good one. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Where's the off button? There it is. Bye, guys.